And here we are on the third day of Betfair Poker Live main event in Tallinn. From the start there were 159 players, and by the third day there were only 8 best ones left. The challengers of the final table were from Russia, Estonia, Finland, Poland and Bulgaria. For your information, the final table was really interesting to watch. There were quite many intriguing all-ins and bad beats. Already during the first hour, the player from Estonia, Dmitry Gerasimovich, devastated the Larry Seekfus stack, which was the biggest at the beginning of the game. The most interesting hand was when Dmitry managed to skillfully slow play his straight caught right on the flop. Having doubled his stack, he continued to attack his Finnish opponent, and after a couple more hands, he left the Finn short stack. The first player who got knocked out was Todmir Kaiser, who had the shortest stack at the beginning of the tournament. Unfortunately for Ekaterina Rimskaya-Korsakova, the only woman at the table, she had to follow the Polish player a few hands later. This happened when she was holding King 10, which bumped into pocket queens of the new cheap leader, Dmitry Gerasimovich. Dealer couldn't help her and she had to take the 7th place. A few hands later, Ilya Nikiforov from Russia also had to hit the rails. He played very well in his last hand, going all in with ace-king against the Bulgarian player Slavin Popov, who only had 6-7. Unfortunately for Ilya, his opponent caught straight on the flop. For your information, Ilya has been playing poker for only 4 months, and his results are impressive already. We advise you to see our interview with the guy. Now let's take a short break from the main event and take a look at what happened in the side games. Good news for the Russian players is that Nikolai Yevdokov managed to take 2nd place in the High Rollers tournament, which had immense buy-in of €1,100. During this time, the final table was getting shorter. Larry Seekfus from Finland took 5th place, and shortly after he was followed by his fellow countryman Kare Kaukoma. Sadly for Dmitry Gerasimovich, he was knocked out on the 3rd place. Being a short stack, he went all in with King 8, and Slavin Popov called with Ace-Jack. The ace came on the flop, nothing after changed the situation for the player from Estonia. 3rd place and €10,000 is still a good take for the weekend, don't you think? The heads-up was played by Krzysztof Zayats from Poland, who showed a solid game during the entire tournament, and Slavin Popov from Bulgaria. They both made a deal to split the prize pool equally and play for the remaining €2,000 and the champion's title. The heads-up wasn't long, and the results were more or less predictable, as the Polish player did show better skills. In the last hand, Popov went all in with King 3 and Zayats called with pocket 8s. There were no kings on the table, and Krzysztof Zayats became the champion of Betfair Poker Live in Tallinn. The cup of the main event and the €18,000 went to Poland. Thank you for your time. We'll be happy to see you in the future events of Betfair Poker Live.